The next claim is that, this is the last claim we're going to deal with, is that Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, rahimahullah, was the first to call certain acts shirk, specifically al-Istighatha bil-amwat. Now, al-Istighatha, just so we understand what that means. I know that some of you know Arabic. So have you heard of Hayat al-Ighatha? Al-Ighatha, what's that mean? To rescue, right? To rescue, like when the ambulance comes, okay? Ighatha. So it's al-ist means what? To seek. So al-Istighatha is talab al-ghawth, or seeking rescue. Seeking. So usually we would probably translate that as seeking aid, okay? But it's usually when a situation is dire, okay? So that's when you use al-Istighatha, when something's really going wrong, okay? There's a dire situation. So the claim is that the Najdi theology, Najdism, Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab was from an area in the Arabian Peninsula called Najd. So some of them call his his theology Najdism. That he is the first one to say that al-Istighatha bil-amwat, yani seeking relief and rescue at dire times from those who are dead, deceased, or what might be called saint invocation and saint veneration. And he's the first one to call this shirk, yani if it's divorced from the other conditions that have been put in place. Meaning, what are those conditions? The first is that the person has to intend that what they're doing is an act of ibadah. So if they say, no, this is not ibadah, then it doesn't count as shirk. Okay, this is what the person is claiming. And then the second thing is that they have to believe that the one that they are calling upon, okay, it has ta'thir, yani that they have power themselves, semi-independent of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if they don't believe that, if they don't believe that the one that they are doing an act of ibadah and that the one that they are calling upon is a God, then it is not shirk. And that Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab is the first one to come along. Now they will say that it's haram, that you shouldn't do it, it's bid'ah. But they're saying that Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab is the first one to call this shirk. Okay? Divorced of those shurut. Now if those are there, then everybody will call it shirk, right? If that person says, oh yeah, I'm worshiping this one in the grave, right? Well, yeah, billah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from this. Like, so this is the claim understood. You got the claim, Shaykh? The claim is that Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab is the first one to call this shirk without looking at the other conditions that they mentioned. So no matter, even if the person says, no, I wasn't really, like, that's not ibadah. Okay? And I don't believe that this person acts independently of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All right, let's look what Ibn Qayyim rahimahullah ta'ala says.